Get out of the car.
Why are you arresting me? I'm not even resisting. I'm not even resisting.
Very early in your policing career, you learn that there are some people that are going to try to circumvent the law any way that they possibly can. They'll deny, they'll demand a supervisor, and no matter how hard they try, if you refuse to provide your information on a lawful car stop, you'll get drug out of the car and have a trip straight to jail. This is one of those.
Cars, can I see your license, please? Can I see your license, please?
Take note of the passenger reaching around, not saying they're doing anything nefarious, but snapshot of this window here, and everything that moves, we watch. And the passenger reaching around is something.
Can I see your license, please?
What's going on?
I need to see your license. Do you have a license? I need to see your license.
What's going on?
I need to see your license, sir.
I'm asking you what's your reasonable attitude.
And I want to see your license, and I'll tell you why. But until I see your license, I'm not talking to you. Because I need to see your license. Do you have a license or you don't have a license? I don't need to see your license. I need to see his license. He's driving. Do you have a license, sir?
I'm traveling, officer.
Reasonable, articulable suspicion, and I'm traveling definitely down the Sovereign Road, and I'm detecting a bit of an accent. I'm born and raised in New York, and there are a lot of Jamaicans in New York, and it sounds like he has a bit of a Jamaican accent. We'll see as it goes along.
Okay. You have a license?
I'm asking you what's the purpose of you asking me to identify myself?
Because I pulled you over for speeding, okay? Now,
speeding?
Yes, sir.
Was I speeding?
Back there. I'm not going to argue with you, sir.
I wasn't speeding. I was not speeding. Is the camera on, officer?
Yes, the camera's on.
I was not speeding,
okay,
sir.
I got you there at 55 and a 40, so yes, you were speeding.
Can you show me that on
No, I don't have to show you that on the radar.
He does not.
You wasn't speeding?
Yes, I was.
Speeding.
I'm not going to argue. Can I have your license, please?
I don't have a license. I wasn't speeding, sir.
Hi, baby. Send me back up here.
I wasn't speeding, officer.
Yes, sir, you were.
I was not speeding.
I'm not going to argue, sir.
Can I get the supervisor, please?
I'm calling her back up right now. You have a license, sir?
Okay, two things of note. One is the officer said, send me back up here right now with no context. Do they need to roll code? Do they not need to roll code? And you have to say to yourself, is this something that the officers need to be running lights and siren getting to the officer? I'm not going to say I'm not there, but this is something to think about and give context, because most of the time the officer will say have them in route code or routine so they know how they need to drive. The other thing is he requested the supervisor, so we're definitely down this whole sovereign ideology from what he's talking about here.
Can I get the supervisor?
Can I see your license, please, sir?
I don't have a license.
Okay, do you have any ID on you at all, sir?
I don't have to ID myself, sir.
Yes, sir, you do.
No, I do not.
Yes, sir, you do.
I did not commit a crime.
I'm sorry, what?
I did not commit a crime.
I didn't say you committed a crime. I said you committed an infraction, a civil infraction. So don't make it worse than what it is. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't commit a civil infraction.
Yes, sir, I got you on the radar at 55 and a 40.
Can I see the radar?
No, sir, you cannot.
Then how can you prove that I was speeding?
We go to court, and the judge here's my side, here's your side. That's how we prove it. In the state of Florida, I'm not allowed to lock the speeds in. There's nothing that shows on my radar right now. State of Florida law says I can't.
I'm sorry. Radar right now?
So roll me back up, give me a supervisor. Jesus Christ. You're talking to me while I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir. You were saying, I didn't hear what you said because you're talking to me.
I was not speeding.
Yes, sir, I have you on the radar. And that's I'm saying you were, you're saying you weren't. So what we do is I give you a ticket and we go to court. That's what we do. That's the way it works. That's what's going to happen. Give me one pretty quick here. Supervisor, please.
Did you catch that? He said, I want to need him here pretty quick. The question again is, are they going to roll code? I don't know if in this jurisdiction, which I believe is Clearwater, Florida, if that would mean that they're going to roll code to him. And is this a situation where we want officers rolling codes? It's a question.
Sir, do you have an ID? I need to see your ID.
I'm not going to identify myself. I did not commit a crime.
Sir, I didn't say you committed a crime. I said you committed a civil offense. Yes, sir. Okay, that's my side. And I legally pulled you over, so that's what I'm allowed to do. You're required by law to show me your license. Do you have a license? I'm sorry, sir?
Am I being detained?
Yes, sir, you are.
Why am I being detained?
Because you're speeding.
That's not a crime.
I didn't say it was a crime. You were being detained, sir. Don't try and leave. You'll then commit a crime then. Actually, not identifying yourself after I asked for it legally is actually a crime. So, yeah. So, you want to identify yourself or no?
You're saying that I failed to identify myself as a crime?
Because I legally stopped you. Now you're interfering with my investigation. See?
So who are you investigating?
You.
Then who do you
for speeding.
Then who am I?
You won't identify. Man, are you? I'm just asking for an ID. That's all I'm asking for. You won't give me an ID?
So the officer was like, man, are you? And I don't know what he was going to fill in after that. He's doing everything to be as professional, polite, and as kind to this guy. And this guy is making it incredibly difficult. For those in other countries or don't necessarily understand a lot of what's going on here is that when the officer said about not committing a crime, a civil infraction. So the civil infraction in some places, in my jurisdiction, if you were stopped for speeding, you could have been arrested for speeding. In some places, it's a civil infraction and you can only be cited for it and you have to go to court. But when you don't identify yourself, you elevate it to a crime. So that's what this man is, what the driver of this car is walking himself into.
I mean, really, you want to go this route?
What route?
All I'm asking for is an ID. I didn't say you committed a crime, sir. I didn't say you committed a crime. I said you committed a civil infraction. And now you're refusing to identify yourself. So now, what am I supposed to do? I'm being open and honest with you, sir. I'm going to give you a citation. You can take it to court. No problem at all.
You can hear the code run. You can hear the lights and siren in the background. So this whole time that this exchange has been going on, the officers were rolling code from the time he asked for them.
That's what we're going to do. So the next step is up to you. That's what I'm going to do. That's the next step. So what do you want to do, sir? Show me some ID, please.
I don't want no ID, partner.
I'm sorry?
I don't want no ID.
You don't have an ID and you're driving a vehicle.
I'm traveling.
No, sir, you're driving the vehicle.
I'm traveling.
Okay. He's saying he's traveling. So, you have no ID? What's your name, sir?
I didn't commit a crime. What did I do? What's your reasonable suspicion?
Hey, Corporal, he's refused to identify himself. He says he's traveling. So, you don't want to give me ID and you don't want to identify yourself, is that correct? You don't want to identify yourself. I'm asking you if you want to identify yourself.
I just want you to take note across from the passenger, this crossfire situation. I've mentioned this in almost all my videos where this is something that I think can be a better tactical position is if you get that 45-degree angle behind the B pillar, there's no crossfire and you still have the tactical advantage of the people that are inside the car and you can still see quite a bit of what's inside the vehicle as well. Just a note.
You're refusing. I'm just asking. It's on camera, so you want to identify yourself, sir.
Unless you suspect me of committing a crime, officer, I do not have to identify myself.
Yes, sir, you do. You're required to in the state of Florida provide me ID when I pull you over legally. You've been stopped for speeding. I've explained it to you.
But I was not speeding.
I've explained it to you.
I have a witness here that says that I was not.
And I've got a radar that says you were.
Where's the radar?
In my car. No, you're not going to see my car. Okay? I'm not required by law to show you my vehicle. Okay? So now we've got 5 cops here, the road all blocked, because you want to identify yourself. That's all. It's simple. All you got to do is identify yourself. I told you what I would do. I give you a ticket when you go to court. That's real simple.
Write your ticket.
I can't write a ticket unless you identify yourself, sir.
Write your ticket. Go ahead, write your ticket. I'm stopping you from writing your
sir.
ticket.
And I want to see your ID, sir. You have an ID? You really want to escalate this. It's a simple thing. That's all it is, a simple thing. Simple thing. All you do is identify yourself. I get this take care of you beyond the road. Boom. No problem at all. But you don't want to identify yourself. Are you refusing to identify yourself? I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm sorry. I can't hear you. It's really loud out here. Yes, ma'am, he was. Yes, ma'am, he was.
I was not speeding. You pull up behind me. I pull out in front of a car. I turned my indicator on. I moved from in front of the car, and I went back in the same lane. And then you pull up behind me. I was not speeding.
I have you on the radar at 55 miles an hour, sir.
You don't have me on the radar at 55 because I was not going 55. I was going 40,
sir,
40,
that's
40,
your
45
side,
miles.
not my side. Okay, my side is you were speeding.
You see the deployment of the stop sticks to the rear of the vehicle, good stuff, so that the car can't go mobile. And this guy, it baffles me. He looks like an adult and he's acting like a child.
So, that's my side.
I was not speeding. I was not speeding.
Okay.
I was not
Then we can go to court on that, sir.
I was not speeding. Then write the ticket. You go to court. I was not speeding.
And I need your ID to be able to write the ticket. That's what I'm saying. Yes, sir, I do.
You said you're conducting an investigation. You must know who you're investigating. You must know who you're investigating. If you don't know who you're investigating.
Get out of the car, sir. Get out of the car.
Out of the car. Get out of the car,
Get out of the car,
Get out
sir.
of the car.
out of the car. Get out of the car, sir.
Why are you arresting me? Why are you arresting me?
Get out of the car.
Why are you arresting me? I'm not even resisting. I'm not even resisting. I'm not even resisting. What the hell?
Watch out. It's on his... He can't...
I'm not
Watch out.
resisting.
I'll cut the seatbelt.
I'm not even resisting. I'm not resisting. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not resisting. I'm not doing nothing. What is...
Paul, grab this guy.
Yo, I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. Are you kidding me? You going assault me like that? You gonna assault me like that?
Stand up.
Oh, look at me.
In custody. Some good things here to discuss because everyone is safe. Here are a couple things. One is corporal made, I believe it was a corporal made decision. Let's go ahead and book this guy. Ideally, there should be a plan of who's going to go hands on and what each person is going to do. Who's going to open the door? If the window needs to be breached, who's going to be breached? Who's going to go hands on first? Who's going to give verbal commands? One voice giving the verbal commands. They did a really, really good job because they took care of business really quickly. But there's one thing that I'd like you to take note of. When they were taking him into custody, his seatbelt got caught behind his arm, and that happens, and you don't want to let the arm go. You just want to get those handcuffs on, especially if the person's resisting. They used a knife. One of the officers used a knife to cut the seatbelt off. That happens, but then he threw his knife down onto the ground when his knife was unsecured. Sometimes that happens. When you review these kinds of videos, the things you want to think about is securing your tools back, especially if it's a knife, because had it not been this common situation and there's a knife floating around and the guy is reaching around for something, does the officer think that the person's going for that knife or it's that person's knife? These types of things have happened. I don't think that that was necessarily that big of a deal in this situation, but in review of these, in the 2020 hindsight, you want to make sure you're securing tools, especially things like knives, because you have a lot of eyes from officers that are on the scene. The other thing that they did really well is that the female was, I believe, extracted from the car. So when they had their back to the compartment of the vehicle, there was no real concern because I believe she was already extracted. They did a complete search on him before they even got him off the ground. So very good job. And again, these are debrief type of comments that I'm making. And this man made a very, very foolish mistake, and now he's paying for it.
All of this?
You drove it, sir. All you do is identify yourself.
Let me get my slippers. Hey, Dad, walk with them. We'll get your shoe when you get in the car. Go. Get in the car. Get in the car. What am I
Get in the car.
Put in the car. What am I being arrested for?
Obstruction.
Obstruction of what?
Pretty sure again that he's Jamaican, and interestingly, I was just in Jamaica not too long ago and I met up with some Jamaican police, and I don't know that he would do this in Jamaica because the cops that I talked to over there, he would not have been given this degree of grace that these officers gave him. I mean, the officer worked with him really, really long, and even when they took him into custody, extraordinarily professional. In Jamaica, those cops look like they didn't play around, so I'm really surprised. If you're Jamaican and you know that this is Jamaican accent, please chime in and let me know. I don't want to disrespect anybody in this by calling them something that they're not. Immature he was, for sure.
If the windows are wind up in the car, I'll be suffocated in this car. I'm gonna suffocate in this car. I'm gonna suffocate in this car, bro.
Put your foot in.
I'm gonna suffocate in the car, bro.
It's your boyfriend? Okay, well, so he's going to be going to jail. Okay. So, well, first off, he has no valid driver's license. Okay, he failed to identify himself. So it's obstruction and also resisting with violence. Okay, so he's going to go to jail for a felony and a couple misdemeanors.
Tactical blunt on female officer. Another thing that I take note of when I watch officers, when they're putting their gear away or they're taking their gear out, that they don't have to look down and do it. She didn't have to look down. She wasn't trying to figure it out. Maybe took her a couple seconds to put it in, but tactical bun was able to put her gear back. I like when I see that stuff, and the rest of the officers look very tactical as well.
What? For a felony and a couple misdemeanors. Okay, so all he had to do was identify himself, and he would have got a ticket and been on his way. You both would have been on your way. All right, is this your vehicle?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to be impounding your vehicle as well. Okay?
Why?
Because it was used in the commission of a crime.
What crime?
It's the resisting with violence, the driving with no license, the obstruction. All right, where do you guys live at?
I live down the street.
Okay, where's down the street?
Drew Street. His address different from mine.
What's his address?
I don't know.
How long have you been dating?
Over a year.
Over a year, and you have no idea what his address is.
He lives in Dunedin or something. I don't know the exact address.
Is he married or something?
I don't think so.
You've been dating for a year, and you don't know if he's married, and you don't know his address. You understand how that makes absolute no sense?
I don't know his address.
Okay.
I mean,
Alright. So here's the deal. We're going to be taking your car. Okay. We're going to be impounding it. And has this ever been impounded? Has this ever been a felonious impound before?
no.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a felonious impound on it. Okay. So if this is ever used in the commission of a felony again, we're going to seize it. Okay. Which means it then belongs to the city of Clearwater. Okay. So, did you just get off of work? Alright. Do you have any friends or family in the area that can come pick you up? No? Okay, well, there's Uber or taxi, something like that, okay? So, do you have anything in the car that you need? Ma'am, you're not going in the car. I asked you, is there anything in the car that you need?
Yeah, I gotta get my keys and my purse.
Okay, well, then you're going to stand there and we're going to grab them for you. I'm sorry?
Going to the car.
Florida, this Clearwater department, I mean, they don't play around. This female's car, because it was involved in this felony incident that the driver precipitated, they're towing and impounding the car. And what the officer said is if it happens again, they're going to seize it. Clearwater will own it. Now, this happened in 2023. I don't know if the law is still the same. If you're in Clearwater or you know that law that exists, if that's still the same, or if in your jurisdiction, that is, I mean, in my jurisdiction in Vegas, that was not something that we could do over a passenger and the driver was involved in a felony. You got to know what's going on in your city, your jurisdiction, and who's driving your car. This was a huge L for this driver. This thing that I talked about way back when, and all the other people who are online that talk about this stuff, it's never a win to try to play this game. This guy is trying to litigate a speeding ticket on the side of the road, and now he has a felony and he's sitting in jail. And at the time it's recording, he may or may not be out, I don't know. But if you know someone who is going to be that obtuse and not realize that they have to provide their driver license during a traffic stop, share this video with them, because in the back of the car is where he's gonna end, or she is going to end. It's never ever a win. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click on the video that's on your screen for more content just like this.